Hello, I'm Gary Clardy, Clardy Guitars, and this is part of the series Beard Resonator Guitar Kit Construction. Well, we're in pretty good shape with the guitar now. It's all cleaned up and ready for finish. The next thing is to put the headstock veneer on. As you can see, I have my veneer cut out, and this was laser cut. You have the Clardy, you have the iris, and I think maybe you can see that. So we're going to glue this on today. Also, the Clardy inlay is cut in maple. This little thing here, it's hard to see. Maybe you can see it with that. And then the leaves are also maple. And the iris flowers, the petals, are made of Purple Heart from South America. So you can see that. Now the first thing I do, I start this by laying this out. And what I do is I take a piece of Scotch tape and I put over this where the letters, the petals, and everything else goes, to hold that in. Then I turn it over and I put the items in. I'm taking these petals out one at a time, and boys over at B&B always do such a fabulous job for me, and they always tape those in so that they don't fall out and I get them lost before I get home with them. It's kind of a slow process, but this is not nearly as slow as installing this stuff and cutting it by hand. Now, I've tried that a few times and I always ended up with a mess on my hands. I never could get everything quite right, and so it didn't affect the sound of the guitar, but the looks were just so much more appealing. Now, this is stuck on. You can see. And what I do is usually fit that in. I can see where it goes. So what I'm going to do is glue this in with the crazy glue, because it'll dry fast and I want to pick up a little time. So the super glue actually will do a fantastic job on this. And I just bought some accelerator, and of course I left it at the house today. I didn't get it down to the shop but this will dry pretty quickly and it'll hold it on good. This should squeeze out really well. Try and get close to the ends with this, edges, so that the will glue. I'm going to get a few of these little clamps here. Things kind of clamp down. Never hurt to have enough clamps. Okay, there you go. We got to let that set up. Then we're going to pull it and sand it down. I have removed the clamps from this. As you can see in the back, got a good bond there. And I'm ready to sand this down a little bit. Get my little quarter cable here. Trade off with this little orbital sander. If I can get it a little faster. Scraping here. As you can see, that's coming pretty good. something on it right there, holding me off. Trim this. I expect the best way to do that would be to get started with an edge trimmer. So we'll go in with that. So we're going to trim this right even there. I think I'm going to move that up a little bit so I don't get into the edge of that neck. Rest this with a little plane. Maybe get the rest of this with a rasp. Okay, I think that looks pretty snazzy. Probably get a little more cleaning up on it, but that's it. Now, the next thing, and that edge up there a little bit so it doesn't splinter off. And we've got to lay out the tuning peg. This will be tuning key close. Pretty good. Pilot hole here, ready to go with this awl. Okay. The next thing will be drilling these out in a drill press. So I'm going to go over and do that. Okay, I took this over and drilled it on the drill press, and I installed one key just to show you what that looks like. I'll pull that off. I've got a little filling to do, and then we will be ready for the finish. Now I'm going to start the finish on this in the next day or so, and I'm going to use a UV cure finish. And I've never done a sunburst like this with the UV cure finish, so it'll be kind of touch and go to make sure that the dye that I use, the pigment, doesn't fade, because I want to get this dark around here to complement the light binding that we put on there. So there you go. I'm going to pull this other camera here and hopefully get in close on that so we can get a good view. Let's see here, let me back out just a little bit. You can see that headstock. See what the finish, and I'm also going to darken this grain some, this rosewood, to match more in line with the fretboard. So we will start this finishing on our next video. So I'm getting excited. It's getting close to being finished. So again, I just want to say thank you, and thank you for watching this video series. I'm Gary Clardy. Thank you.